extra, read all about it. Circus performer dies in the middle of a big show. Was it an accident or was it a murder? Get your papers and read all about it. Hey, boyo, do you want a paper? It's a story of mystery and intrigue. Don't you hear me? Hey, boyo.
Say it again. Call me a boy again. I dare you.
Blimey, Alaska, I didn't know it were you. What are you doing here then?
I got the call.
What call?
You didn't get the call?
No, or I know what call. Wouldn't I?
So no call.
Am I not making that clear?
So what are you doing here?
I'm selling papers. I get a farthing for every 100 I sell.
Oh, you're a regular Vanderbilt.
That's right. I'm gonna be a rich man, me. A little jingle in me pocket and a coin in the bank. I ain't gonna be a poor for my whole life.
We came as soon as we got the call.
Where's Wiggins? What time is it? Are we late?
No, Wiggins ain't here yet. Looks like you two got all sweaty for nothing.
A lady does not sweat. She glows.
Yeah, we are glowing like a horse.
At least I have the manners to bathe once in a while.
I done took a bath last Saturday. I know Princess has how to take me a bubbly bath every week.
What's a bubbly bath?
It's not the smell so much, it's the burning in my eyes.
Am I offending your senses? I didn't know you was such a lace doily.
What's a doily?
A frail, nothing little rag that don't serve no purpose.
A doily protects your beloved things from abuse and scratches, all while adding beauty to your home.
Can I be a doily?
Of course you can.
Dadgum, how you been, Phoebe?
Very well. And ow, we haven't seen you at the orphanage lately.
No, better off on my own, living by my wits.
Probably why you're starving.
That was like a joke.
Without actually being funny.
Good, you all got the call.
What call?
Wiggins!
Good to see you, mate.
Really glad you all came.
Told you to answer the call.
What call?
Wiggins hung the red cloth outside 221 Baker Street.
I didn't see it.
That's because you was too busy making your fortune.
One farthing at a time, boyo.
Hey,
Lass, I meant lass.
She's not very lassy.
make another joke about me, I dare you.
Don't wrinkle the dress, please and thank you.
Why are we here, huh? How come and why?
Well, Sherlock Holmes, the greatest detective in the world, needs your help to solve another crime.
Is it an important case? Is it a big case? Is it dangerous? Does it involve octopuses?
No, Quinn.
So when do we start? What do we do and how do we do it?
We're Mr. Holmes' eyes and ears on the streets. Two detectives, you might say.
Wow, where'd you get that?
I bought it. It's just like the one Mr. Holmes uses.
Must have cost a bleeding fortune.
Every penny I've ever had.
Never get rich that way.
I don't care about the money.
Hey, don't talk like that. Blasphemy it is.
Besides, Mr. Holmes has promised us a shilling each.
Each?
And half a crown for whoever solves the crime.
Half a crown, blast, I'm in.
Professor Moriarty ain't involved, is he? That evil genius gives you the willies.
I shouldn't think so. Not in this case.
What are the Willies and why are they called the Willies? Why not Bills or Sir Williams?
Where are we going?
You're gonna love this. We're going to the Bloomin' Circus.
I've never been to the circus before.
Who can afford it? A penny to get in, extra for peanuts, double extra for the sideshows. Maybe all on me a circus one day.
Where is everybody?
Maybe it's not open yet.
Where's Mr. Holmes?
I'm not sure. He said he needed our help to find out what happened to the sword swallower that died the other night.
A sword swallower died?
Right in the middle of a bloomin' performance. Tell you about it for a shilling.
I'm sure Mr. Holmes will be here in a jiffy. Hurry up, look sharp. You get this man in my coach and get him to the hospital right bloody well now.
Right away, sir. You can call us.
What?
Right away, sir. You can count on us.
That's what I said.
What?
That's what I said.
What did you say?
No, he said, that's what I said. Meaning he said what I said.
Hey, yup. Just hurry up, you two. Inspector Lestrade, what's happening?
What are you lot doing here?
Mr. Holmes told us to meet him here.
Quiet, Mr. Holmes has taken ill. We're getting him to the hospital.
Is that him? What happened? Mr. Holmes! Mr. Holmes!
Leave off, lad. He can't hear you. He's very sick.
What's wrong with his hand?
Nothing's wrong with his hand.
Then why are his fingers all black?
It's not his fingers I'm worried about. Now let's get him off to a doctor. Off you go. Quick march.
Right away, sir. On our way in a Bob Murray.
All right, sir. We're on our way in a big hurry.
That's what I said.
Inspector Lestrade, how can we help?
You can stay out of the way. Now, Mr. Wainwright, what's with all these youngsters flitting about?
They are part of my circus.
These half pints? Surely not.
Indeed, Inspector.
My father's circus is unique in all the world.
How's that?
We're an orphan circus.
An orphan circus?
What my daughter is saying, Inspector, is that I was sauced off for orphans, being one myself. I adopted Elsa here and she's been my joy and sunshine. She's learning the business. She could practically run the circus now. I am so proud of her. I wanted more.
All of these are your children?
No, Inspector, but all these orphans who are in trouble with the circus. I feed them and clothe them, give them a home and a hope and a purpose, and they each apprentice to different acts.
All these types are performers?
Not yet, but they will be.
Someday.
Well, I never heard anything like that before, and that's the truth. Right, but I wanted to talk to the grown-ups.
I have them all gathered in the big top waiting for your questions.
Lead on, Mr. Wainwright. We'll get to the bottom of what happened to your sword swallower.
Inspector Lestrade, how can we help?
Help? You lot can help by going home.
Oh, we don't have a home.
But Mr. Holmes asked for our help.
Here's a bit of detective work for you, boy.
Say it again. Call me a boy.
Mr. Holmes ain't here. We just rushed him off to the hospital. And Scotland Yard doesn't require the services of a bunch of street rats.
What's a street rat?
He means us, gutter rubbish.
We're not rubbish.
You're not policemen either.
But Mr. Holmes said,
And you ain't bleeding Sherlock Holmes either, are you, lad? Look, I don't know what Mr. Holmes sees in you, but this one's not for you. Now get out of here and stay out of my way, or I'll be thrown in the clink for obstructing an officer of the yard and his duties.
But
No buts. Go. Now, Mr. Wainwright, let's have a chat with your more mature employees.
Certainly, Inspector. Right this way.
So much for a bloody shilling.
what happened? What's next? Are we leaving? Looks like we have to.
no, we're not leaving.
But you heard Lestrade, he wants us gone.
Of course he does. He ain't no different from the rest of them adults. Only one I ever knew worth his salt was Mr. Holmes.
Can you say that again?
Don't matter to him what your station may be. Sherlock, everyone can do all right, even us, and I ain't letting him down.
But Mr. Holmes ain't here. He's sick.
Right, look what I found in his hat earlier.
What is it? Is it a rabbit?
No,
Oh, Puddin', it's not an octopus, is it?
no.
What's it say?
My name, Wiggins, in one word, murdered.
Murdered?
That's right, Mr. Holmes is trying to tell us that the sword swallower was murdered. That's why we're here, to find the killer.
You heard Lestrade. He'll lock us up. I ain't going back to no orphanage, not ever. And I ain't going to no workhouse neither. I like living on the streets, don't you?
Not so much.
You know Mr. Holmes always thought Inspector Lestrade couldn't find his own body with both hands. And with Dr. Watson away on his honeymoon, who else is going to catch the killer? It's up to us.
But Lestrade.
Who's ready?
I am.
I reckon.
I am.
Good. Split up, talk to the kids, meet back here, and compare notes. Ready?
Ready.
Come on, team's afoot.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing? I thought you were with your father.
I was, but he was talking to all the adults. He didn't want me around. I don't think he likes children much.
You can say that twice and be half right.
You're trying to figure out what happened to Crispin, aren't you?
Crispin?
The sword swallower. Poor unlucky man. He was such a kind, living soul once. You're investigating his death, I assume. Even though Inspector Lestrade told you not to.
Listen.
It's all right. I won't tell. I'm not sure the inspector could find out the truth. That's why my father hired Sherlock Holmes. You admire him, don't you?
Who?
Sherlock Holmes.
Why do you say that?
I'm not stupid. I saw your face when you found out he was sick. You've taken up the case. You've got a hat just like him, and you're wearing it, and you have his magnifying glass.
You wouldn't understand.
Look at me. See this? W for Wainwright. This is my father's ring, and I wear it proudly. He adopted me when I was 7. He gave me a home, a family, and a sense of purpose. I love him, and I owe everything to him, and I want to be just like him.
Maybe you do understand a little. It's just, Sherlock Holmes, he ain't like everyone else. He takes time to look inside you, you know? To them others, I was just a pickpocket, not to Mr. Holmes, even after I stole from him. A 10-piece in a silver bucket.
What did he do?
Didn't lock me up, that's for sure. Could have put me away, but instead told me he could use a man of my talents. Saw me as a man of talents, he did.
And now you are?
That's right. Mr. Holmes saw me as more than just a street rat. Believed in me when no one else did.
And so you want to be just like him?
I know that sounds daft.
No, not at all. Even Sherlock Holmes isn't born Sherlock Holmes. Let's see how you're doing.
What?
Sherlock Holmes is known for his power of deduction. Look at me and tell me what you see.
All right. You go away to boarding school, Shelby School for Girls, in Brighton. You have spectacles, but you don't like wearing them because you think they make you look silly.
How do you know all that?
Your face is colored, which shows you spend time in the sun. I can see lines around your eyes where you squint. It means you can't see, but you don't wear glasses. You can afford them, so the only reason not to wear them is because you don't like them. You have a callus on your right index finger. Shows you write a lot. That means school. But you're not naturally right-handed, with bad put a callus on your right middle finger. And I can see you dislocated a finger on your left hand. So school, sunshine, finger, that means Shelby School for Girls in Brighton, because they got a nasty reputation of whacking the knuckles of anybody who writes left-handed.
That was amazing.
Was I right?
You're certainly right.
Was I right?
It doesn't matter. I am very impressed. You should be proud.
Was I right?
No, I'm sorry. I don't go away to boarding school. My father's taught me everything I've learned. But it was a valiant effort. No, really. Even Sherlock Holmes isn't born Sherlock Holmes.
What?
I can help you.
I don't know.
We'll make Sherlock Holmes proud.
All right.
Let's talk to Zolda. She was one of the last people to see Crispin alive.
Hello there, Frank.
Yes, Jingles?
Whoa! Where are we going today?
Over there. Whoa. What do you think you're doing?
What?
You dug, didn't you?
So?
You're not supposed to dug.
But you said...
You dug the first time, then the second time, you get smacked in the gob and fall down.
Why is that?
Because it's funny.
How come me getting smacked in the gob is good and funny?
Well, that's what humor's all about, isn't it?
But why? Why is humor about me getting gobsmacked, or getting poked in the eye, or slipping on banana peels all the bloody time?
Well, that's what being a clown's all about, isn't it?
But why? Why don't we sing a clever song or tell a funny story? Like the time we went ice skating and you got your tongue stuck to me skate.
Because that's not clowning, that's storytelling, that is.
Maybe I could be a storyteller.
Then go get yourself adopted by a writer family. But that didn't happen, did it? You're in a circus, you're a clown, like me. So be funny, like me.
But you ain't funny.
I'm bleeding hysterical, I am. And Mr. Wainwright gave us a chance, didn't he? A home, a family, a future. We're in a circus, so you better start being funny. That's better.
I don't see why clown has to hurt so much.
Eh,
Hello,
who's this then?
I'm Quinn. Who are you?
I'm Crank, and this here lug is Jingles.
Not our real names, of course.
There are funny names.
Crank isn't a very funny name.
There are clown names, and that's good enough, isn't it? Want to smell me flower?
Don't!
Well, it's not funny if she don't get squirted.
It's not funny when she does.
Oh, so you two are clowns. Is it hard? Are your feet really that big?
Do you think clowns is funny?
Quiet. Oh!
She's not laughing.
She has no sense of humor at all.
If you say so.
I do, so who are you? New meat?
What do you mean? What's new meat?
I mean, are you an orphan? Did Mr. Wainwright bring you here to our little family?
Me? No.
Then what are you doing here? Circus is closed at the moment, isn't it?
Well, Inspector Lestrada's talking to the grown-ups about your sword swallower.
Crispin?
He died.
Very sad.
Not funny at all.
Right in the middle of a performance, I heard. Did you see it? Was it bad?
Oh, he was right at the end of his act, and he swallowed his sword all the way to the hilt.
And then he just kind of kneeled over.
That's not funny!
It's a work in progress, isn't it?
It won't ever be funny. It ain't nice to make fun of him. Crispin were a good enough man.
Yeah, at least he used to be.
You didn't like him?
Not anymore.
Why not? Was he mean? Did his breath smell munching?
He was a bit impulsive, but other than that, he was alright.
Yeah, if he was so great, then why'd Molly run off?
Who's Molly?
Molly was Crispin's apprentice. She loved him like a father.
Really? What was she like? Was she nice like you?
Molly was like the rest of us and couldn't get adopted anywhere else, but Mr. Wainwright took her on. Crispin the Astounding was teaching her to swallow swords and throw knives and be a real showman.
Did Crispin love Molly?
Yes.
No.
Why do you say no?
Why do you say yes?
You know he loved her. Crispin would take her sightseeing in every town we stopped. They'd play games and he'd read to her every night.
Yeah, well, if he was so great, why'd she run away?
I don't know.
He must have done something bloody awful to get her to just run off like that. He deserved what he got, didn't he?
Why do you say that? Do you hate him?
Crank was sweet on Molly.
Shut your gob!
It ain't no secret, everybody knows you had eyes for Molly.
Well, she's gone now, isn't she? All because of him.
Why do you blame Crispin?
He must have done something bloody awful to get her to just run away like that. He must have. She wouldn't have left me if it weren't for him. If you ask me, he had it coming to him.
Where'd she run off?
Birmingham.
Nah, we're Leeds.
It was Birmingham.
Leeds, remember? It was the night of the big museum fire and we was afraid the fire was going to spread to the circus. Mr. Wainwright had us pack up early and move on.
That's right, more Leeds.
Anything else you can tell me?
One time me and Crank went ice skating and he got his tongue stuck to me skate.
That's not funny.
You didn't let me finish. So,
No,
we were at the
we
break.
have to rehearse. Oh!
I don't see why clown has to hurt so blood.
How come your pants don't fall down? What's the flower squirt? Have you ever got hit in the face with a pie? What kind of pie? You like coconut?
Look, there's more, and more, and more.
Blimey, that elephant sure gets around. around.
That's a lot of muck.
I told you to muck out the elephant guard good last night.
Muck, muck, muck.
How come you's in charge?
'Cause I have seniority.
Tiger muck,
I don't know what that means.
zebra muck,
It means I've been here longer.
hippo muck.
Yeah, well, it ain't right that a girl be in charge.
Excuse me, gents.
Oi, not muck.
Oh, I do beg your pardon, gents and lady. I was wondering if I could borrow you for a moment of your time.
Ain't she a lottie-da?
Are you in charge here?
I ought to be.
Well, you isn't.
Well, I could be.
But you ain't.
Who wants to know?
Oh, I do beg your pardon. Where are my manners? My name is Phoebe.
Kiss it or shake it, but do something.
Nice to meet you. My name's Fez.
And who are your acquaintances?
They don't matter.
I'm Piper, the little one is Digger.
Hello.
And Fess ain't in charge.
I ought to be.
But you ain't.
Well, I could be.
Ain't.
Should.
Ain't.
Are you in charge here? Sir?
She ain't no sir.
You're a lady?
Shocker, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the beauty of working with animals, see? They don't give a tin hoot about looks or think I should be something else. It doesn't bother them if I don't drink with my pinky up.
Which you don't.
They don't care if I have calluses or scars.
Which you do.
They only care if I'm kind and gentle.
Which you ain't.
Sod off.
You're animal trainers.
Not yet. But Piper here loves the animals more than anything.
Don't be daft. They ain't gonna make a girl a lion king.
You wait and see.
I could put my head in a lion's mouth.
Liam will never let you put your head in his mouth. You scare him.
Good.
Won't be when he bites your head off.
Then I'll feel my chair and my whip.
That'll scare him even more.
That's a good thing. A lion's gotta know respect. Know who his master is. I don't take cheek from nobody.
Well, if it wouldn't be an imposition, I was wondering if you could tell me about Crispin.
The sword swallower?
He used to be a decent chap.
But then Molly run off, and then he climbed himself inside a bottle and drank himself squiffy. He boxed my ears one night.
Because you were scrumping around his tent.
I weren't gonna steal nothing. I just wanted to see his sword, is all. I didn't even have to go off his trolley, did he?
Oh dear, what happened?
We just finished a week in Mayfair, and I was cleaning in one of the horse stalls. Then I hear Star screaming like,
Star?
One of our horses. We call her Star because she's all black with a white patch on her forehead.
I see.
So I go to see, and there's Crispin and Star's Star, and he's laying on the ground.
Did he fall?
Must have. And Star is kicking and neighing, about to stomp his head in. I tell him to clear off, but he...
Oh no.
But then Piper comes to me rescue.
Like a white knight?
I told Crispin to leave, and he won't. Tells me to mind my own business, but the animals are my business. And Crispin was scaring Star. So I take my whip and give it a good crack, and he runs off.
How long ago was this?
About a month ago.
That's all?
That's all I know.
That ain't all. You threatened to kill Crispin if he ever came near your animals again.
We steered clear each other of that after that we did. Now we still got mucking to do.
Yeah, muck.
Please, just a few more questions.
No time.
We got ostrich muck and horse muck and goat muck and giraffe muck.
Please, just a few more questions.
Why?
I'm trying to solve Crispin's murder.
What? You? That's rich.
Why?
Inspector Lestrade's on the case. You should leave it to the menfolk.
Menfolk?
Don't worry your pretty little head over it.
My pretty little head.
I can see you're a proper lady, Liz. Not like Piper. You know how to behave. You don't try to get above your station.
My station?
Don't try to give orders or think too much. How about you and me take a walk in the moonlight?
No, thank you.
Come on now, don't be like that.
Let me go!
What, am I not good enough for you? Is that it? Because I got calluses on my hands, I ain't good enough for a delicate little flower like you.
Let me go!
I don't take orders from girls.
Hey, let her go!
Get stuck, boy. This doesn't concern you. You're gonna break me arm, you are.
Skedaddle.
You're off your nut, the pair of you. Leave off me.
You alright there, princess?
Don't call me that.
Forgive me for trying to help. You want me to call him back?
No.
You want to tell me what that was all about?
He saw me as a lady.
Good for you.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all, because that's all he saw. He saw the dress and the shoes, but he didn't see me, and he saw the manners and posture, but he didn't see me. All he saw was Soleil Stoily.
Hey, I didn't mean nothing by that.
When I was in the orphanage, I saw the girls that got adopted. The ones who were wanted. The polite, fragile, demure little girls. I wanted to be them, So I learned to cook and sew, how to walk and speak and have manners. I became a nice story. Is that all I am?
No.
I'm not like you.
No, you ain't.
I'm not a scrapper like Finnegan or a leader like Wiggins. So, what am I?
You're you. You're a better detective than any Pinkerton I ever saw. And the greatest detective in the world wants you to help with his roughest cases. You stop bad men and put them in the clink. You just do it in a dress is all.
Really?
I ain't never gonna be all highfalutin like you, but doesn't mean you have to be like everybody else.
Thank you.
Now plug the leak. We got work to do.
Zolda,
This is Wiggins.
I am pleased at meeting you.
Zolda is apprentice to Madame Balazar.
The greatest fortune teller in all of Europe.
Madame Balazar is teaching Zolda the mystic art.
I am being a fast learner.
Mr. Wiggins is.
Here with his friends.
That's right.
They are here to investigate the death of Crispin.
Yes.
But they are not being policemen?
No, they work for.
Tell me not. I can see. They are being helped to the great Sherlock Holmes.
Wow, how did you know that?
I have gift. I see what others do not.
Wiggins can see what others can't too. He's a great detective in his own right.
A great detective.
Well, I'm no Sherlock Holmes.
Not yet.
You are wanting to ask me questions?
About Crispin, the sword swallower.
Bah!
Zolda!
The man was big!
Zolda, a little respect, the man died.
I am not showing respect when Big dies. I am simply eating bacon.
You didn't like him?
He was Piggy Man.
He was a great performer. People came from all around to see him. I don't know how the circus will keep up their audiences without him.
Yes, but after show then he is back to being Piggy again.
How so?
He is Big Meanie Man.
To you?
Worse to Madame Balazar.
Her mentor.
She is more than a mentor.
My father has tried to create a family here.
Mr. Wainwright, bring me here. Give me a place to stay. I owe him much. But Madame give me a home. I am owing her everything.
Tell me how Crispin was mean to Madame
He
Balazar.
come into tent one night, very upset. He tell Madame to tell where Molly is.
Molly?
Crispin's apprentice. More like a daughter, really. She ran away.
Then Crispin scream at Madame, tell me where Molly is, tell me now.
But Madame Balazar didn't know.
Nobody knows.
Then Crispin screamed like Madame's looking into crystal. She's trying, straining to see, but she cannot. The crystal stays unclear.
What happened?
Crispin screamed like crazy Big Man. He smashed his crystal and storms into the night.
Madame must have been bloody upset.
On her honor, she is not worried, but the crystal, it was her grandmother's. Has you replaced?
Sure, there's a shop in town where you can buy one.
It is not a lampshade, it is an oracle, a talisman. They are handcrafted by gypsies to use as a tool to enter another dimension. We were in Manchester. There are no gypsies in Manchester.
Madame Balazar still hasn't found a new crystal ball.
She's being unable to do readings.
It's costing the circus money.
I'm sure there's a glass shop in town that sells one.
A glass shop?
Yeah, it's not like it's a real crystal ball, eh? It's just hunking glass. Wave your hands around and say some mumbo jumbo and make up whatever you want.
You think we are fakes?
No, I didn't mean that.
I am not fake. Madam is not fake.
Right, sorry.
Perhaps you are the one being fake.
Zolda.
Cut the cards and let us be seeing if he's a phony detective.
Blimey, I didn't mean to insult you.
Cut and let us be seeing. You are wanting to ask me questions?
Zolda.
What? Why is he so mad? If he has questions, is he too afraid to hear answers?
I'm not afraid.
Let us see then. The hermit. You were alone since you were 3. Lightning. Lightning over water. Your parents died at sea, lost in a storm.
What? How did you know that? I never told nobody that.
The wanderer. You live in the streets alone. No home, no family.
Blimey!
The wizard. A wise man takes you under his wing.
Sherlock Holmes.
I'll never let him down.
He believes in you.
I don't want to hear anymore.
The imposter, but you are not what he thinks you are.
I don't want to hear anymore.
The card's inverse. You aren't even what you think you are.
I said enough.
So what are you then?
I said I don't want to hear anymore.
The fool. You are playing at being a detective, but really you're just a fool.
Zolda!
What? What matters if I'm a fake? Why is he so angry? If I am not fake, then he is not. But if I'm not, goodbye, Mr. Great Detective.
She didn't mean anything.
Right.
It's just an act, that's all.
Sure.
None of it's true. You hurt her feelings. She just wanted to hurt you back, that's all.
That's all?
None of it's true.
Right.
Madame Balazar reads cards, crystal balls, tea leaves, and palms. She makes about 12% of her revenues. People pay her to tell them what they want to hear.
You think that's what I want to hear?
No, you hurt her. She just wanted to hurt you back.
That's all?
Yes. You're not a fool.
I'm not so sure.
I am. Shall I tell you what I see? This line means determination. And this line means you're quick to learn. And this line means you can be whatever you want to be. I don't care if you're a great detective. We don't need many of those in the circus. My father could have a place for you here. Would you like that?
Yes.
You could have a home, a family. Let's go ask my father right now.
No, not yet.
But
I may be a fool, and I may be a lousy detective, but I ain't a quitter. And I'm not gonna try. Just, I could look Mr. Holmes in the eyes again if I didn't even try. Come on then, the game's afoot.
Sausages, get your sausages here. Piping hot sausage in a bun. Get them before the sizzle is gone.
Hey, Will, I've been looking for you.
And I've been looking for you.
For me? Why?
Because I'm on an errand of mercy to bring new life to a warm body.
And how are you going to do that, then?
With a hot sausage in a bun. The perfect thing for a working man like yourself.
How much?
That's the best part, mate. For 1 shilling, you get a hot sausage in a bun.
A shilling? That's highway robbery, that is.
Of course it is. And for any normal street sausage, I'd be bigger to ask for a shilling. But this is premium meat from the finest pigs in England. Hand massaged they are by blonde-haired angels. Why, when the pigs learn they get to be part of this sausage, they run to the front of the slaughterhouse to be the first in line.
Why are you selling anyway? The circus ain't even open.
There's a keen eye on you, I can see, and no mistake. But we had all the sausages made up before Mr. Wainwright and the Bloody Bobbies shut us down. Can't let all this premium meat go to waste.
No one can afford a shilling.
That's the best part, mate. On a good day, I could sell 100 or more.
At a shilling a go?
Right you are, mate.
Sweet Mary, you must be a millionaire.
Well, there's overhead and expenses and labor, but a keen man can make a pound or two.
I have to sell 100 newspapers to get farther.
You must not be very good at it.
Hey now!
Selling's an art. You can get anybody to buy anything.
I doubt it.
I've seen you walking back and forth across the circus grounds. You must have walked about 7 miles already.
At least.
And it's got your head in the fog. 7 miles on an empty stomach, that's a crime against nature. When's the last time you ate?
Day before yesterday?
And here you are, doing police business 7 miles under the hot sun. Your stomach must think your throat's been slit.
Maybe.
And I bet when you did eat, it wasn't hand-carved pork from the finest pigs in England. Smell that? Succulent pork nestled in a fresh, soft bun with hot mustard and onions so sweet they're almost like candy.
All right, I'll take one.
Right you are, mate. A shilling?
Oh, Faith, I don't got a shilling.
That's all right, mate. Sell me your hat.
My hat?
Yeah, it's a gentleman's hat. I can see that right off. Sell it to me and you'll have enough for a hot sausage in a bun.
But I like my hat. I judged up the one so I got to keep it.
But you ain't gonna starve without it, are you?
All right. Hey, that's not enough.
I deducted the money for the sausage.
Oh, right.
Shilling? And you just been had, mate. That is called salesmanship. It's a gift. Not everyone can do it.
Give the gab more like.
It's gonna make me a millionaire and no mistake.
Why don't you go with a sword swallower?
Crispin, that prat,
I heard he was a nice man.
was until Molly ran off. Then he became a prat and no mistake.
You didn't like him?
Not after what he did.
What'd he do then?
Destroyed our notch trolley, he did. Brand new, grade A, top-of-line food cart it was, and he ruined it.
Why'd he do that?
I don't know. I could hear him having a row with Madame Balazar, all screaming and yelling coming from the gypsy tent. Next thing I know, old Crispin's walking my way. I try to get out of the way, but he just tips it over, breaking everything.
That's terrible.
Ain't the half of it. That came out of me pocket, it did. Nearly 6 months' pay I had to give up before we could get a new one. And on top of that, I had to sell everything by hand until we could get to Kent to get a new one.
Sounds like a real duffer.
You ain't kidding.
6 months and not a farthing?
How is that fair?
That would make me mad.
Oh, it did.
I would have wanted payback.
Oh, I did.
I would have wanted revenge.
Oh, I did.
I would have wanted to kill him.
Oh, I did.
You just said?
Wait, I didn't kill him.
You just said?
I said I wanted to, but I didn't.
You had a motive, you had an opportunity, and you are now a suspect. That, mate, is called detective work. It's a gift. Not everyone can do it.
Bigot, there you are.
Wiggins, I tried to get the whole case solved, mate.
I didn't kill him.
Liar.
I never lied.
Are your sausages really made from hand-carved pork?
Yes.
Liar!
All right, I lied.
So you are a liar?
Yes.
And you didn't kill Crispin?
No.
Liar!
I couldn't. I wouldn't. I shouldn't.
Finnegan, you're a newsie, right?
Aye, but I hear the roommate's in selling sausage in a bun. But it could be a lie.
Do you remember about a story? Do you remember a story about a museum fire in Leeds?
I remember that day. Big tragedy. Tragedy is good for the wallet.
What happened?
Just from the headlines, poor lady got burned up in the flames. No one knows who she was.
Can you get me an issue of that paper?
Aye, but why?
She's making deductions.
2 tragedies. Well, circuses in town. Got me thinking. And the other backhands of the paper you can carry. Go, hurry.
Wait, I didn't kill him. I swear.
Hey, what did you guys find?
Inspector!
Inspector Lestrade!
Inspector Lestrade?
Oi! What are you out here doing then?
Do you beg your pardon?
He said, what are you lot doing here then? You were told to push on.
What's all this then?
Doctor gave us some bad news, sir.
Doctor gave us some bad news, sir.
Poison!
Poison!
What? Sword Swallower offers some batter poise.
Sword Swallower swallowed up some bad poison.
So it was murder.
Murder?
That ain't all, sir. Holmes got it up a 2.
That ain't all, sir. Sherlock Holmes was poisoned too.
Poison, not Mr. Holmes.
Easy, lad.
Is he dead?
Not yet. Tick-tock.
Not yet, praise be. But the doctor said we don't have much time. He'll be dead by morning.
No.
Is there no hope?
We don't know what, or why, or when, or how.
They don't know what poison was used or how it got into his body. They're running tests, but it don't look good.
All right, let the doctors do their work. We now have a murder to solve.
2.
2 murders.
No.
All right, Wilkes. Mr. Holmes isn't dead yet. Let's crack on.
Inspector, we have information.
Not now, lad.
But it could help.
If you want to help, go see Mr. Holmes while you still have the chance. I don't know if the hospital will let you in, but get away from here. All right, boys, double time. Mr. Wainwright, get everybody back to the big talk.
Come on, everyone. Let's go. Hurry on.
Wiggins.
Elsa, come along.
Mr. Holmes poisoned?
How? Who did it? Why? Come on, I know a shortcut to the hospital.
No.
What?
You don't want to see Mr. Holmes? Are you a doctor? Can you help him? The best way to help Mr. Holmes is to solve this murder. To find out who poisoned him, we...
Find the poison.
Yes.
And with the poison, they can make an antidote.
Quiet. You're the best choice Mr. Holmes has to stay alive. You solve this murder fast enough, we save Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins!
Finnegan, did you get what I asked?
Aye, right here. What are we looking for?
Quick, we're going to do something about a museum fire. See if you can find anything about that.
Here.
Right, big museum fire in Leeds. Says a healthy red fisher got burned up in the flames. They found an unidentified body in the ashes. What about the train wreck in New York?
Here, not only a train wreck, but half a ton of gold got stolen from the train.
I suspected as much. Where else did the circus play?
Mayfair. Got it. There's a big bank robbery there. Someone stole 20,000 pounds.
20,000 quid. Blind me.
What was they couldn't find a crystal ball in Manchester?
Manchester. Here, a jewelry store was robbed last year in Manchester.
I remember that day. Someone got away with a handful of priceless diamonds.
Oh my.
Are you thinking?
What does it mean?
Are you thinking?
I am. Come on.
Inspector!
Inspector Lestrade!
What's all this then? Pipe down.
Inspector, we have evidence.
What did I tell you lot about interfering?
But
Get them out of here.
Listener, you ignorant snake.
Ignorant am I? Get them gone.
Move on, ye garrets!
Off with you!
Inspector, who died in the museum fire in Leeds?
What did you say?
It wasn't a woman, was it? It was a girl.
How do you know that? That's police evidence. We didn't tell anybody about that.
I can help you, Inspector.
You're going to help yourself into the clink if you had anything to do with that. Officers, round them up.
Leg it.
And stay out of my investigation.
Come along, Mr. Wainwright. We have a murder to catch.
Elsa!
Wiggins, what are you doing?
I practically have the whole case solved, me.
You do?
Yes, Stokely Elementary is genius!
Don't treat me like I'm stupid, just tell me.
First we heard about a museum fire, then a train robbery. That got me thinking. Every place the circus played, a major crime took place. I think the circus is a front.
To commit crimes?
Yes, even more so, I think that Crispin found out and was trying to prove it.
What? How? This is all crazy.
Is it? Crispin said, Clown said Crispin loved Molly, and she loved him, so why'd she run off?
I don't know.
What if she didn't? Clown said Crispin would take Molly sightseeing in every town, like the parks, galleries, and museums. That's what got her burned up in that museum fire. But Crispin didn't know for sure it went off his nut trying to figure out what happened. He went to Madame Lazar, but she couldn't help him. See this? Big bank robbery in Mayfair. A person escaping on a black horse with a white star on its forehead.
One of our horses.
Star. Pipers laid down Crispin in Star's stall. Flat on the ground he was.
Maybe he fell.
What if he didn't? Well, just think the horse's hooves if she'd been run on cobbled streets, but he didn't, and Piper ran him off with her whip.
So you think Crispin uncovered this plot?
Yes, even more so I think that he found out and was poisoned for it. A simple drop from the end of the sword and zap, Bob's your uncle.
Well, then how did Mr. Holmes get poisoned? He surely didn't swallow a sword.
I don't know yet, but I don't know yet.
You don't know, but you're certain about the rest?
Not exactly, but it's a logical deduction based on the evidence at hand. That's what Mr. Holmes always does. To prove it, I need your help.
My help? For what?
I need to see your father's book.
My father?
If the dates match up to the crimes, then...
Then you want me to help, then you think my father's a master criminal?
I just want you to...
Send my father to prison.
I know it's not to ask.
No, I can't. I won't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. He keeps those books on him in the briefcase he always carries.
Could you get it from him?
No, Wiggins, you've gone off your rocker.
Elsa, I think I'm right.
You think? You think? You want me to accuse my father of being a master criminal because you think? You want me to betray him?
Elsa, I know how you feel about your father.
No, you don't. You don't have one. You don't know how even thinking this would break his heart.
I do. I know how you feel. I know he wears and proudly want to be just like him.
No, you don't.
I do understand because...
You are not Sherlock Holmes! I'm sorry, Wiggins, but you're wrong.
Elsa.
Everything you've ever deducted has been wrong, and now you want me to accuse my father of being a master criminal because a bunch of gutter rats have a hunch? I liked you, Wiggins. I did. But you were not a great detective.
Wiggins. Alright. I tried to like him. I tried to follow his ways, but now Mr. Holmes might die because I'm not like him.
He can't give up.
What can we do then, eh?
I don't know.
Maybe we are just gutter rats.
We're not.
We sure ain't normal.
Who cares about normal? Sherlock Holmes is respected by all of Scotland Yard. He could have called 100 policemen to help him with this case. But he didn't, Wiggins. He called you. He didn't call Inspector Lestrade, and he didn't even call Dr. Watson home. He called you, Wiggins. You. I don't care if people think I'm not normal. I'm proud to be a regular. We're not too poor, or too stupid or frail, or too boyish. We are more than that. Sherlock Holmes put his life in your hands, Wiggins. Now what are you gonna do?
Baby, I don't know what Sherlock Holmes would do.
Then stop trying to be him. What would Wiggins do?
Maybe the problem is we've been splitting up. Maybe I ain't great detective.
Wiggins.
No, but it's okay because we are. We put our heads together and we think we know what happened.
Right.
Now we need evidence.
We need to see those books, see if the circus was in town when all those crimes took place.
It'll be hard, but it's gonna be the Fame Fight Man.
Why, we haven't done that in a while.
Everyone know what to do? Then let's go.
Fight!
Help, help, there's a fight! Police, we need the police!
I try not to hurt you, you lousy, no good leprechaun!
You dirty Yankee cowboy!
Here they come!
What's all this then? The kids are nothing but a bother. Break it up.
Oh, Mr. Wainwright, too of violence, the sight of blood. Oh. Wiggins, go.
Stop her.
Stop, please.
Gone, sir.
Got her, sir.
Why, you little rat?
Listen up, you snake. The circus is a front. Every time they visit, a major crime takes place, and they just move on.
That's ridiculous.
What if it's true?
Check the books and seize the date smash. Look at March 15th, the day of the museum fire.
Aye, the circus was in Leeds.
What? Let me see that.
June 15th in Mayfair?
Yes, you were there at the time.
July 26th in York.
Yes.
August 15th in York?
Yes, my goodness, Inspector, can this be true?
Stop! Don't turn another page.
Now, child.
Yes. It's genius.
Speaking deductions.
Here, Elsa, take the book.
I don't want it.
Take a page.
This is crazy.
Read it.
I don't want to.
Take the book.
What is going on? Why are you badgering my child?
The poison's in the ink. Mr. Holmes looked at these books. Looked at these books. Looked at his finger, just like Mr. Wayne right here. That's why his fingers was all black.
If that's the case, then this is the poison.
The antidote!
Get this to the hospital right bloody well now.
But you didn't know anything about this, or you wouldn't have looked your finger. You didn't know anything about this.
No, of course not.
You should get to the hospital yourself, sir.
Not until I understand what's happening here.
But if he didn't do it, who did?
I bet the poison was meant for Mr. Holmes.
The one who could practically run the circus now. His daughter, Elsa Wainwright. You do take care of the books, Elsa. How else do you know that that blogger accepts 12% of the revenue?
This is insane. Are you saying my daughter poisoned me?
Well, the books do look to be in the woman's writing.
She couldn't have known. She wouldn't have let me lick my finger, taste the poison. She's my daughter. I'm her father.
Be quiet.
She's not a genius. Tell her, Elsa.
Quiet.
I know her, Inspector. Believe me, she's not smart enough to do this.
Stop it!
She doesn't have the brain to do something like this. Believe me, I know. I'm her father.
You're not my father, you old fool! Do you have any idea how long we've been planning this?
We?
She and her real father.
What? Her real father is dead.
No, he ain't. Tell him, Elsa.
How did you know?
The M. The ring. It's not a W. The Irish count's upside down. It's an M. M for Moriarty.
You're right, Wiggins. I am the daughter of Professor James Moriarty, the greatest criminal mind of our time. But Elsa, darling.
I'm not your darling, you sad old man. Do you know how long my father and I have been planning this? My real genius father and I have been using your silly circus as a cover more than you'll ever know.
In Brighton.
But how?
You're right, Wiggins. I do spend time in Brighton. I do wear glasses, but my father disapproves. And I am left-handed, except my father's cane has cured me of that.
I think you learned you from your father.
You listened.
That's why she was with you, Wiggins.
To stop you from solving the case.
When you started to figure it out, she got you off the case.
You're right on all counts, except for the boarding school. You're right on all counts, Wiggins.
Take her away.
You can't hold me forever. My father will come for me. This isn't the last of the Moriartys.
And get Mr. Wainwright to the hospital. Well. I see you pay no mind to Scotland Yard.
Are you mad? Are you gonna arrest us? Throw us in the clink? Put us on a chain gang?
I shouldn't think so, but this is most irregular. Most irregular indeed.
That's just us, Inspector. We're the Baker Street Regulars.
Blimey.
I like that.
Anyway, I reckon we solved the murder and a lot of other crimes, and saved the life of Sherlock Holmes. I may get a promotion out of this.
You?
Don't worry, I'll be sure to mention you in our reports. Now, if I were you, I'd go see Mr. Holmes. But that's just a friendly suggestion, not an order. Hey, you forgot your hat.
Oh, it's not mine.
Sure about that, are you? I'd say you've earned it.
3 cheers for Wiggins. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
for the graduating 8th grade class. Okay, well, normally in normal times they would be receiving what are drama medals for going through like all of the years of drama, but you will be receiving those instead at the awards chapel. Because we actually have a changeover of this backdrop for our performances tomorrow, which have a completely different backdrop with different shows. So that's what's happening. But if anybody wants to stick around and help us, that would be awesome too. So that's coming down and it's going in a box. But thank you so much. I'm super proud of them. I'm going to miss them so much. I hope they come back and visit. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
So I won't hold you all too long. And again, 8th graders, we're really proud of you. I know, especially coming back from spring break, you all had quite the week. So thank you very much for all your work this week. I do want to make sure before we leave tonight, though, that we do a special round of applause and gratitude because, as Ms. Murphy Archer said, not just this week for today, but tomorrow as well for both Mr. Farmer in the back and Ms. Murphy Archer. A huge round of applause, y'all. Thank you all very much.